so well.
Yeah, I hope so too. Just focus, as I was saying, on the little parts, little mistakes that you make sometimes. Just focus on getting everything absolutely right, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. We are live at the moment, so lovely. That's great. So, Ariana, you're doing the IELTS general training, but
Yes,
you know
correct.
that the IELTS speaking exam is exactly the same for both. So it
Yes,
makes
it's
no
the
difference.
same of academic.
Absolutely, it's the same as academic. Okay, so let's start with part one question. Here's Beatrice. Hi, Beatrice. That's
Hi. Hi.
hi. Okay, so
Hi.
Rihanna's
Hi.
she's getting to go first. Okay, so just
Yeah.
hang on a minute. If you want to go and grab a coffee, it's fine. If you want to stay, it's okay. Right. The first question is around Ariana. Where do you usually watch TV programs, shows? Where do you usually watch TV programs?
I usually watch it on television, in particular in Netflix,
Okay, why is that?
because Netflix has a wide range of choice.
What is your favorite program in this case?
At the moment, I follow a TV series named The Crown. It
Oh,
speaks about the life of the king.
right. Yeah, I know lots of people are watching it in the UK.
Yeah.
It's people are obsessed with the royal family. I couldn't give no. I don't want to say bad things, but I don't really care very much for the royal families. They're a bunch of rich people, entitled. They don't do very much for the community. But that's my opinion. But other people have other opinions, and they like them very much. Next question: what's your favorite TV program when you have here's Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hi.
I
So Ariana's going to go first, and then it's Beatrice, then it's Julia. Let's go first. So
Okay, that's
we'll
fun.
just be patient a little bit, yeah. So, sorry, are there any programs that you don't like watching, Ariana?
yes, there are something program like documentary. I don't like it very well because, in my opinion, are boring.
Okay,
So I prefer another type of program.
right. Okay, and do you think in the future you'll watch more or less TV?
Sorry, can you repeat,
Do you think in the
please?
future you will watch more or less TV?
I think is the same things like now. Maybe it increase the type of program that TV offer.
Okay, great. Okay, next question. We'll move on now to Beatrice for part one. Beatrice, the questions are different, so
Okay.
don't feel so lucky that you're going to get the same questions. Right? Okay. So the first question is: are you happy to be the age you're now?
Well, definitely yes, because I think that 25 is a great age because you are still young, so you can do essentially whenever you want. So you can go out with friends, you have a lot of maybe spare time in which you can do what you really like. But at the same time, you are already a grown up person. So essentially, you can, I don't know, for example, I have a car, so I can move in the city center or I can go wherever I want. So, yeah, definitely, I think that it's a good age.
Right. When you were a child, did you think a lot about your future?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I can't remember what I used to think when I was a child, but I think that I was more in the present instead of in the future.
You were living more in the present, okay.
Yeah.
And So what was your childhood dream when you were, a child?
Well, let me think about it. I don't know. I think that I didn't have a real dream, but I was so obsessed with animals. I really like spending my time with animals and go to the farm that was close to my city. So I have to say that, yeah, I really like spending my time with them.
Okay, that was your dream, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it can be considered like a dream, spending my time with animals, but yeah, I mean, I can't remember what kind of dream I had, so yeah.
Right. Okay. What will be different about your life in the future?
Sorry, could you repeat that,
What
please?
What will be different about your life in the future? I mean, from now.
Yeah, I hope that in a certain way it will be different, of course, because I hope that I'll be somewhere else, like I hope to move abroad at a certain point. So, yeah, maybe doing the job that I'm currently studying for. So, I hope to be a scientist and maybe, yeah, stay abroad.
Great. Okay. I dropped down the comments in the comments were the score. I think roughly. I mean, these scores are rough. Maybe I'm being a bit a bit too strict with my scoring, but it's better this way. At least you get more in the exams. But you have to think that in the exam you are a bit nervous. Okay, so you're not doing the exam with me. You're doing it with someone else you have never met before, unless you're very lucky and you have had that person as a teacher before. But it's very unlikely. So you will be nervous. So when you go into the exam, just think that the person knows that you're nervous. So just try to give a broad smile, open up, and talk to the best of your ability, and also listen to yourself when you're doing it. Try to listen to what you're saying. It's a common practice that people just talk, and they're not really paying attention to what they're saying, because the most important thing is to be fluent, and that's true, but also to be making sense as well. So bear that in mind. Let's move on to the next part one, which is, of course, sorry about that, Julia. Right, Julia, you ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, questions are going to be different. So, right. So this is part one. In part one, you don't get hard questions. You get fairly standard questions. So, when do you go shopping? Do you prefer to buy things in cash or by card?
Well, recently I started using the credit card because I think that is a very safe way to pay, and also because you basically have an unlimited amount of money that you can spend. But when I was younger, of course, I didn't have a credit card, so I use cash.
Okay, great. Do you ever save money? Do you ever have to save money over a longer period of time to buy something?
Yes, for example, last year I needed a new computer. So during the year, I tried to save up a little bit every month in order to achieve the right amount of money to finally buy it. So it was great for me because it really helped me to manage my money and to decide what to do with them.
Great. Next question is, would you ever take a job which paid low?
It's a very tough question. I don't know. I think that will probably depends on the kind of job. If it's the job of my dream and I will start with a lower position, maybe it's okay to be paid only a low amount of money. But in the future, when you become a professionist, I think it's not a good thing to accept job that it's not paid enough.
Why do you think it's not good? It's not good to get paid enough.
Because it doesn't give you the right value. I mean, to get a job, you studied for it, you focus on your skill, you spend years and money in order to arrive at that level. So it is right that your work has been valued.
In other words, it's an investment, right? You want
Yeah.
a return on your investment. Yeah. So yeah, you can talk about the fact that, you know, if you've invested so many years into your studies, the least you expect is a decent salary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Part 1 over. Part 2. Oh, this is the part which really freaks people out. Well,
Yes.
it shouldn't. Really, it shouldn't. It's just straightforward. So, you might have done this question. If you have, just pretend that you haven't. So there's no way of me showing you the actual question. So I'm going to try to write it down on a piece of paper, or in the comments if you like.
Yeah, I think that in the comment is great, because
Oh,
maybe
okay,
with the with the webcam, I don't know if it's like the
Are you able to
opposite.
see the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you will be able to tell us the number of the book and the number of the test. Maybe I can check if I have it on my computer, so it will be easier for me.
No, it's a different book.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
So, but I do need to look. We're going to do part 2 maybe later. We do part 3 now because I still need to mark Julia. So I'm having to do 2 things at the same time. I wish I had 2 heads. That would be great. Like that you could just literally sit in one class right in the middle and have a wall in between, and like you could do 2 lessons at the same time. Or if you were a doctor. I'm just joking. That would be terrible to have 2 heads. So let's start with Ariana again, right?
Okay.
I can't see your name on the screen, Ariana. Is that a function that you can choose when you enter, or is it something that automatic?
I don't know. I write my name.
Yeah, but
On the
it
box,
doesn't show up.
but I don't know why.
Okay. No, never mind. Right, Ariana, what kind of jobs? So it's a totally different. It's the same one. What kind of jobs do young people not want in your country these days?
It's an hard question to answer, to be sure. But I think the job that to young people don't like is the job by hand, because they prefer to work in front of the computer, or to work in a company.
Why do you think that is?
Because people nowadays prefer to study to improve their level and to get a better job that satisfies their achievement.
Right. Okay. Who's the best at advising young people when it comes to choosing a job? Is it the parents or the friends or teachers? Who's the best?
Sorry, I don't understand. Can you repeat?
Yeah, who's the best person to advise young people when it comes to choosing a job? Is it the parents, the teachers, or is it someone else?
I think it depends also about the people that stay with them, about the friends that they reflect in something way the society and the person that stay with them.
Why do you think that is?
Because people prefer to have the same achievement of their friends, to stay in the same situation or similar situation.
Okay. Is money always the most important thing when choosing a job?
I think so, because it's important for maintaining a future family that people will be create. So it's important to have a good salary.
Right. Right. Thank you, Ariana. Let's move on to Beatrice, who was next. Right. I'm sorry, Beatrice. My memory fails me. Yeah, it's the right one. Sorry. What is the best age for children to start getting into computers?
Well, I think it's hard to say because nowadays it's quite impossible not to be involved in technology and everything is related to computers. So I think that maybe they can start to use it and they should start to be educated about the usage of computer and technology, maybe at the age of 10, even slightly before.
Do you not think it's a bit too early?
I don't think so, because personally speaking, I think that the most important thing is to educate young people to the usage of technology. So it's not only something that can be harmful for the younger generation.
I see. Do you think schools should use more technical devices to ensure that students are fully capable in that sense?
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that the regular lesson, like face-to-face lesson with a teacher that use books and yeah, it's something that is already proved to be effective. But yeah, I think that on the other hand, using devices, technological devices at school could give some, I don't know, something different. And I think that, yeah, it could be useful for teaching. So yeah.
Okay. Do you agree or disagree that computers will eventually replace teachers in the future?
Well, I think that as far as I'm concerned, I think it's quite impossible to replace completely a teacher and a person that can give you a lot of different stuff, because I think that teaching is not only related to learn something by heart or to give notions related to history, geography, or math. I think that teaching is something more wide and is related also to, I don't know, even to empathy, even to, I don't know, I think it's too complex. So it can be related only to robots or technical devices and something like this.
Okay, I'll just mark you, and then we'll move on. Um, tell me, tell me about a teacher who really made an impact in your life. This is not part of the questions; it's just me curious.
Yeah. Well, I still can remember the teacher, the Italian teacher that I had in my final year of high school. He was so, I don't know, he has I think he has but yeah, I mean, I'm talking
Oh,
about the past, so
here's the thing. I know this is a common mistake. When you're talking about a
okay.
teacher in the
Yeah.
past, yeah, you don't need to worry about using the present because you're
Oh, okay.
referring, yeah, you're
Yeah.
referring to the past action. So it's gone, it's over. So
Okay. Yeah,
he's
you're right.
probably still alive. I hope so, at least. But you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter in that case.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I still can remember him because he taught me how to study and how to approach not only Italian as a subject, but every subject. I don't know, he had a really powerful way to teach and to, I don't know, to convey the love for learning, for culture, and I think that I still have his way of thinking related to the study.
Yeah, good teachers hope. At least, this is my opinion. Good teachers always hope that they don't create little copies of themselves, but other human beings who, or they're able to bring out the best in their students. That's, I think, the hope. While the in the past it was more like, I'm teaching you something and then you need to know this exactly how I'm teaching you, and say that back to me again. I think that was the wrong approach. Right, Julia, you've been waiting patiently.
Yeah.
I was talking about patience with Ariana before. I was in traffic today. It was terrible. My goodness.
Yeah.
I wonder how people get away with driving like that. There should be like an automatic fine for driving too slow, for driving maybe too fast, zigzagging, being on the phone. There was this guy in the fast lane. So you got 3 lanes, yeah? So he was in the fast lane and he was driving slowly and he was on the phone. I was like, where did you learn how to drive?
Yeah, with the automatic car in the future, those kinds of problems would be not important anymore.
People are the problem, right? In the end.
Yeah, okay, but if the car drives itself, it's not people anymore.
No. However, there's a long way to go, because only a year ago there was an accident with an automatic car. It did not recognize a lorry, which was like stationary across the road, and it did not recognize that it was actually a lorry. Maybe the car thought it was a beautiful day or something. It was very sunny or whatever. So it didn't stop. And the poor guy who was in the car, I don't want to give you the details, but he died. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not ready to trust the automatic cars yet.
Yeah,
I
have the same opinion.
The problem is about the responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, when a cars fail, who's the responsibility for that?
Yeah.
If you're doing an accident on your own, you can pay the consequences of it. But if cars do it, it's difficult to.
Yeah, the thing is,
the main problem with artificial intelligence, in my opinion.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, we have accidents as well, don't we? The other day, I saw an accident in my street, so we have accidents all the time. But when an automatic car does it, I think you can blame whoever you want, but if you're dead, you're dead. So you can play the blame game till, in English we say, till the cows come home. You know the expression?
No.
Because if you're a farmer, I'm sure you're not, but if you were a farmer, you would know what I'm talking about. The cows, in the olden days, would go out to graze, and you wouldn't actually have to go out with them. They would just go out to graze. They will just say goodbye to the owner, say goodbye, see you later, we'll be back later. And that's the expression, because they would come back in the evening. So the expression was till the cows come home, meaning very late. So that's a weird expression, right?
Yes.
Especially for you people who don't know anything about grazing and cows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go. Julia, no time to lose. Why is it good to discuss problems with other people?
Well, I think that the most important aspect involved in
Julia,
discussion.
before you start, let me just remind you that in the exam, when you ask a question, don't jump into the answer. Do reflect on the question, because especially part 3, they can be very, very complicated to answer. Okay, so don't think you understand it. Just give an extra moment of pause and ask yourself whether you're answering the right question. Otherwise, you might be like, saying something else. Okay, so I'll just repeat the question again. Why is it good to discuss problems with other people? You're good to go.
Okay. I think that it's very good to discuss problems with people, because if you are thinking about a very complicated issue, knowing someone else's opinion can really help you to understand problem and also to find a solution. But at the same time, you will also hear different opinion. So maybe you will change your mind or you'll evolve your idea of that issue. So it's definitely useful in my opinion.
Okay, great. Do you think it's better to talk to friends and not to family when you have a problem?
Well, I think that it depends on the problem, but also on the kind of relationship that you have with your parents or friends. I mean, if I'm having a problem in my workplace, I will probably discuss it with a colleague or a friend that works with me. Otherwise, if I have a personal problem or something inside my family, maybe the best thing would be to discuss it with the people that are involved or the people that I think that know me best, so give me the right advice.
Right. Okay. Is it always a good idea to tell lots of people about a problem?
Also, it depends on the problem and it depends on the people. Usually, I'm very reserved, so I discuss my problems only with people that are very close to myself. But where the problem is particularly complicated and you cannot keep with a solution, maybe to hear some other opinions may help you, but it's not always so. It depends.
Okay, great. We're gonna have to skip part 2 because we are way over the time limit. But I can tell you that the scores are there on the screen, right, for you. These are approximate scores. Sometimes they might be a little off because I'm doing them very quickly. Examiners have time to reflect upon it. They can even, like, talk to each other. No, not in the IELTS case, but talk to other people. But in this case, I think they are very conservative, so you might get even more in the exam. But take them with a pinch of salt. They're by no means the score you're gonna get in the exam, because a lot depends. So in terms of personal final note, I would say, Ariana, you need to focus on the accuracy of grammar. So watch this video back and look at where you made mistakes, and perhaps take notes, and we can talk about it afterwards. So take notes, see where you made mistakes, see how you can improve. Little things like depend on, or interested in, the adjective preposition combination sometimes. Beatrice, you're pretty good. Just need to, I suppose, insert a bit more variety of grammar. I think was it no lexical resource, but it's very hard to pinpoint what to improve, because if you would need to improve a little bit of everything to go from 7.5 to 8. So there's no major area that would say yes, that is a serious problem. For example, if you're not using enough vocabulary, you're repeating the same words, but there's nothing. You're pretty, let's say, level in terms of your strengths and weaknesses. Julia,
Okay.
same thing. Just be careful. Every now and then you make a grammatical mistake, and those, I believe, are because you're trying to speak fluently. So that's part of a conversation that will happen. But if you can, take them out, it would be great. So that's what I would say. And so for those of you who are not going to see Julia again, let's wish her good luck. When is your exam?
On Tuesday.
Yeah, and
Well,
same to Ariana, who is
good luck, definitely.
Ariana is
Thank you.
going in there as well. Yeah, best.
I would like to
of luck,
have your
girl.
pronunciation, because I'm working so hard for my pronunciation, and I would like to have your kind of pronunciation. So
Thank you.
Hey,
In my
how
opinion,
is it,
it has
Julia?
been
Can you
very
give
useful to
any
watch me
pointers
in English.
to the other two? What did you do to get to get better?
I watched lots of TV in English. For example, right now I'm watching The Crown on Netflix, and they have a perfect British pronunciation, so it's really helpful. And that's what I'm doing.
Right. And that's all you did? Just watch TV and nothing else?
For the
cool.
pronunciation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, this is what I'm doing, yes, and practice a bit. My boyfriend lived in the UK for a very long time, so he has a good pronunciation too.
That's
so practicing with
unfair.
him
That's
is very
unfair.
easy.
That's why.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
but look, I can tell you that Julia is very good. She has always been very good. Pronunciation has never been an issue, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And she's been through a lot, haven't you? I mean, you've done a lot of, you've had to do a lot of exams. A bit like you girls. I mean, no different. But she's had to do public exams, tenders, this, that, and the other. Am I right, Julia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's pretty tired. I think she's looking forward to a break after this.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the results of my test, so
Good luck. Oh,
thank you.
as they say in America, break a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay,
what
girls.
I'm supposed to answer to this
I'm
kind
sorry?
of. How I'm supposed to answer to break a leg.
I just say thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing.
For
There's
example,
nothing.
in Italian, when there is a proper way to answer to someone telling you in the mouth of the wolf, you cannot simply say thank you.
Oh, so you've got a proper expression to
Yeah.
go with that expression. So it's like,
Yeah.
and what happens if you don't say it? Do people get upset?
No,
Like
it's
chasing you?
basically that it's a matter of bad luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, goodness me. Okay. No, I don't believe. I'm not superstitious, but I do accept. The cultural differences. You need to understand how to say certain things and respect those. I think those are important. And yeah, so when you go into the exam, girls, take it as a moment that you will actually be able to show off your skills. Don't be scared. Just go in there to show off. It's a bit like an audition when you have an audition. So it's like that. All right. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, bye for now.
Bye.
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 Bye. So I'm just gonna make sure. Right. So thanks very much, everyone, for this video, watching this video, because it's important to know how people make mistakes and how we can rectify them. And it's really important also to watch other people speak, not only the teachers, but students. So you probably found it interesting. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to. Bye for now.